Chapter 3. What made the debut album different from the demo tape was, of course, the inclusion of vocals, and therefore lyrics. Initially, when I left Old Funeral and started playing on my own in August or September 1991, this was a worry to me. I would have to come up with something to sing, too. I did not have a message I really wanted to spread. Or rather, the whole message I wanted to spread was summarized in my first written lyric, Feeble Screams from Forests Unknown. That was it. That was all I had to say. Thanks for listening. That is all I have to say, really. Goodbye. But I had to produce something. Having one single lyric on one track would not cut it. The Ea, Lord of the Depths lyrics were just a poem I found in a book, and I eventually decided to create a concept around fantasy with a heavy focus on darkness, spirits, and ghosts. Dark fantasy. I was also inspired by H.P. Lovecraft. Not because I had read his stories, I had not, but because I was familiar with them from a role-playing game called Call of Cthulhu. This influence is very visible in Spell of Destruction, where I, just like he did, made up some words to formulate the Spell of Destruction. Before I continue, I can add that Euronymous changed the title of Ea, Lord of the Depths to Ea, Lord of the Deeps on the album, because he thought I had made a grammatical mistake. I had not. This was later on corrected, but for the first print, at least, that was the title on the cover of that album. Channeling the Power of Souls into a New God was an instrumental track, and the title became that long because we, the guys from Immortal and me, at the time had fun trying to make the longest possible titles for our tracks. The lyrics for the track, Worship Me, was intentionally shorter than the name of the track itself. Yeah, we had some curious ideas of having fun back then, I admit. Which reminds me of the fact that the guys in Immortal were very envious when I came up with the idea of having a side Hatred and side Winter instead of side A and side B on the Burzum debut album vinyl. They were envious because since I'd done it first, they would have to do something else. Being original, not stealing ideas from others, was the foundation of our revolt against death metal. The idea behind channeling the power of souls into a new god was that a god was made real only by the people believing in it. Imagine a pocket of energy out there in space filled up by the time and energy spent by people believing in something. This would make certain ideas and items actually powerful, because this pocket of energy could be used too. Indeed, we enter my little role-playing game arena here, and concepts such as PowerPoints and magic items. The idea behind that track was to create such a new pocket of energy and, with a healthy amount of sarcasm, irony, humor, and you name it, make it available as a real source of energy. You would listen to it at the end of one of the sides of your LP and then fall asleep, hearing Worship Me. After repeated listening, you would too. And me, the God Sorcerer, would be able to use this pocket of energy too. Insert evil laughter. Yeah, in reality, this is a purely anti-religious philosophy, suggesting that all sacred ideas and objects are important only because people believe in them and not because they have any inherent power to begin with. You believe in a little pebble? Okay. If enough people do that, the little pebble will become important. War was made as an homage to Bathory. Some tone-deaf people seem to think it is a cover track, but although the style is that of early Bathory, It is, of course, nothing like any of their tracks. Sigh. The lyrics were a celebration of the idea of dying in war, and a celebration of war for the sake of war. This might seem silly, but in order to become better at anything, we need to keep challenging ourselves. You can only come higher in life by walking uphill. You can only become brave by testing your bravery. You can only become stronger by using your muscles. Freya's tears are golden because suffering improves you. No pain, no gain. I saw myself as weak, ignorant, even coward, because I grew up in a soft and weak society where we were never given the opportunity to become our best. When I grew up and as a teen saw kindergarten kids riding tricycles wearing helmets and elbow and knee protections, I was shocked. This was going the wrong way. We were degenerating to death. So give me war instead. Pain, suffering, death. Hail death. This was also the idea behind Spell of Destruction. Get rid of this shit society. Give us something positive instead. Something that can make us better instead of forcing us to wither away slowly in a degenerate cesspool of fake safety. The other tracks, Feeble Screams from Forests Unknown, The Crying Orc, A Lost Forgotten Sad Spirit, and My Journey to the Stars, were all about the same. Mankind astray, seeking to ease its troubles, but in effect digging itself deeper and deeper into shit. And yeah, they were about me in all of this. My insignificant voice, my ideas remaining unheard by most, all. My naive attempt to change the world. Solutions, but also a feeling of hopelessness and despair. Just drop it already. Push the button. Incoming nuke. Erase all of this. Start anew with blank sheets.